Hello, collective. Welcome and welcome back. I know it's been quite a while. How long has it been? About 5 months since I've been over here. But we're going to get into a reading. I hope you're doing well. Like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. There's a lot of things that I offer on my platform, on my website. Anything you need to know is below in the description box. If you want to book a reading, that information is below. Let's see for the collective. In general, what are the messages that Spirit wants you to know? Don't bring anything into your life that does not belong, you guys. That is the most ignorant thing that you could do at this time. And I know you guys are not ignorant. All right. Share this with anyone who you think may need to hear it. Engage with the content, you guys. Let's see. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for the collective in general. What do they need to know? What is the message that the collective needs to be aware of? So I was getting just a channel message just now. Basically, the mystery or the magic or the mysticism of something has worn off. People are not curious about something anymore. They feel like they know everything about whatever this is. This could be in different situations in you guys' life. You could be observing this. This could be anything. The mysticism has worn off. So it's like basically when you see a magician and you don't know how they do their tricks, that's half of the allure. That's what draws people in to be very mystified by what the magician is doing. But if you know how the magician does their tricks, then you're not really very attracted to what it is that they're doing. All right, you're unfazed by what they're doing. So the magicians of the world, whoever they may be, whether that's you or someone else, the magic is wearing off. This could also be a spell that's being broken. Anyway, we're going to see what you need to know. Spirit, for the collective, what is it that you want the collective to know? What does the collective need to know at this time? We have deceit. Yeah. What does the collective need to know at this time? We have hostilities. I'm telling you, it's out in the open. Okay, one more card. Door to Spirit. Let's take it. Angel of Love. Thinking Woman. All right. So what Spirit wants you guys to know is that the love that you crave is available to you. The love that you crave, whether it's a love for another person, wanting there to be love in the world, finding love romantically, or whatever situations, just like humanistically, love for the fellow human, that is available to you. But there's this clarity, there's this disillusionment. Deceit and hostilities are adjacent cards. They're like opposites. But basically the same thing is happening. It's just happening in two different ways. So deceit talks about covert action that's being taken. Hostilities talks about overt action that's being taken. What's behind the scenes versus what's out in the open. And it's funny that I said the mysticism is fading, because there's definitely an energy here where whatever's been done in the dark is coming to the light. And it's because the door to Spirit is open. It's wide open. The door hanging wide open. The kids done went outside or came inside, and they just left the door hanging wide open. All the air is leaving the house. All the heat is leaving the house. Okay. So because there's this gaping hole, all of these things that have been happening behind the scenes are becoming more apparent. You have an opportunity right now, as someone who is experiencing this energy, to really connect with spirit on a deeper level. You may feel more intuitive. You may feel more called to certain things, and it's kind of a little uncanny. It's a little ironic, and it may feel coincidental, but it's not, because everything that's going on behind the scenes is starting to outwardly show its true colors, right? So for example, the magician, whatever the magician has been doing behind the scenes, is now coming into the forefront of your awareness, and it's becoming something that's in reality, that you can see, you can touch, you can feel, like, you know. This feels like a personal attack, or this feels like an attack on someone that was being done behind the scenes that's now being done in the open. It's because an individual is very loving. They're a very loving person. They have a very big heart. They want everyone to love each other. They want everyone to treat each other in a positive way, right? This could be a feminine energy. The masculine ain't looking so good right now, my guys, okay? So if you are a masculine, or you resonate with masculine energy, be mindful of the intentions behind what it is that you do, because there's a masculine energy here. There's a vibration amongst masculine energies of behavior that is deceitful, that's now coming to the surface. It's now more overt. It's no longer being hidden. It's no longer something that people are tiptoeing around. Kind of like situations that you may see in society where, you know, people may have been hiding their intentions. People may have been hiding their sentiments, their feelings about things. But now it's becoming too much to hide. It's like they can't hide it anymore. Everybody's outwardly just expressing the truest, most authentic form of who they are and what they think. So if you have a coworker who was secretly hating on you, and they were doing things behind the scenes to hate on you, they're no longer going to be able to hide what they're doing, right? And this could be something positive for you. Spirit is saying with this thinking woman that there's an opportunity here for you to take advantage of this. And with daughter spirit, there's an opportunity for you to take advantage of this energy. You may be able to transform the situation, transmute the situation, change the situation in your favor, because now you see what's actually going on. Don't be delusional and lie to yourself about what you see, because basically Spirit is telling you right now that everything that you were sensing that was going on behind the scenes is now coming to the forefront. Everything that you were feeling could possibly be happening behind the scenes that you didn't really have proof of, or you couldn't put your finger on. Now it's coming to the surface, and you're going to know exactly what it is. So it's your job as an individual, if you so choose, to use that either to your advantage or to see it for what it is. And the only way you're going to be able to use it to your advantage is if you choose to see it for what it is. If you're in denial about these things, or if you excuse these things as something else, try to pass it off as something else, sweep it under the rug, you will be at risk of falling victim to these hostilities, okay? We have card number 49 for Angel of Love, 47 for the Thinking Woman, 25 and 26 for Deceit and Hostilities, and 32 for Daughter Spirit. Okay, 25 is a 7, 26 is an 8, 32 is a 5. So 7, 8, 5. 49 is 13, which is a 4. 47 is an 11. So we have a master number of 11 in the near future. There's going to be a very intelligent group of women, or a very intelligent woman who is going to, hopefully, it seems like, try to settle things in a situation that's gone awry with the masculine energy. Okay? 49 is 13. Did I say that right? Yeah, 49 is 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. There needs to be more love brought into a situation. I feel like there needs to be more empathy in a situation as well. Someone's making a decision to cause conflict behind the scenes. And now they're moving forward with their plans, because if they were doing things behind the scenes to plan some type of attack, now it's time to actually bring that attack to fruition. Okay. Yeah, this could be legal issues that you've been dealing with for a long time, court paperwork, things filed. Long haul also popped out. In it to win it, long-term intentions, invested. So someone is invested in some type of like long-term goal. There's a lot of steps involved. There's a plan. There's a strategy. This could involve court, legal matters, laws, things being put in place, things being taken out of circulation. Okay. Could have to do with money. But there's a long winding road. This is a long process. And there is a person here who's very determined to see this process through. But whatever they're doing to be hostile towards you, or whatever they're doing to create hostility in the environment, is opening up the door to spirit to assist in the decision making that you have to do to resolve whatever this conflict is. Okay. Graduation day says leveling up, lessons learned, acquired wisdom. Cuffing season, single and ready to mingle, ready for a relationship, on the hunt. Some of you may be graduating school, or your kids could be graduating. Some of you are graduating spiritually to the next level of ascension. Okay. You guys are leveling up. You could be receiving some type of karmic reward for all of the work that you've put in over a long period of time, and everything that you've learned about the laws of the universe. Some of you guys are going to be lawyers. With this thinking woman, that could be a lawyer. Okay. Some of you guys may want to inquire about being a lawyer, or becoming someone who's educated about the legal field. All right. I feel like if you are graduating and you're becoming a lawyer, passing the bar, things like that, I feel like you're going to have a lot of customers, a lot of clients, because there's a lot of things that are going on legally in the world right now that you will be able to have a very lucrative career. You're able to also see things that are going on behind the scenes and underneath the surface. What else? Cuffing season. It wanted to come out, so let's see. What is this? Key player. Penny pinching. Yeah. Important person playing an essential role. Irreplaceable. Penny pinching says financial struggle, saving up, budgeting. Yeah, so cuffing season for me is coming up, because for me, cuffing season is October to February. So Halloween to Valentine's Day. I feel like Spirit is warning you about connecting with the wrong people, not necessarily making the wrong connections, but allowing the wrong people to connect with you. They want you to be very mindful, because there's a lot of people who are attempting to hide their intentions, but it's going to be easy for you to see through it. Okay. What else? Chained. Codependency, unhealthy attachment, weighed down. Yeah, you don't want a relationship to weigh you down, or you don't want a business connection to weigh you down. Fed up, this red energy, over it, not having it, frustrated. The cleanse, detox, ridding negativity, purification. Yeah, so what's going on right now, and especially things that you could be seeing in your everyday life, with your personal relationships, with the public, with society, online. A lot of the things that people have been doing that are very manipulative and conniving behind the scenes, that are causing problems behind the scenes, that have bad intentions behind the scenes, is becoming more apparent. We're going to start seeing all of this shit pop off and hit the fan. And there's a lot of people who are key players. There are a lot of people who are very important to this process. Okay. You may be one of those very important people. You may be a person who has a lot of spiritual strength, that has a strong connection to the spiritual realm, that may even have strong connections and have networked with people who are important. And those connections are what someone wants access to. And you must understand that they're willing to sit for a long time before you find out what their true intentions are. This is somebody who, for example, if you watch Love Island in season 6, Janae and Kenny, they just had some type of falling out and breakup because Janae found out that Kenny was a closeted, okay? And that's what I'm talking about here. Like, people who are in the closet, okay? This is the closet. People are in the closet, and because the spiritual energy is so thick, because the door to spirit is open, wide open. Yeah. There's a lot that is very difficult for these people who are deceitful behind the scenes. There's a lot that they're having to deal with energetically that they're not able to process. And they're trying to partner up with light beings, with intuitive people, with people who are very well connected, educated, and aware, so that it can kind of like help them weather the storm. Okay. That's what's going on. Someone who's in the closet is trying to weather the storm. So you may start to see people's true colors come out, but the people who are really afraid to stand in their truth, and they know that there could be some type of backlash for their true colors coming out, they're going to try to hide behind the skirt of people who live a more reputable, acceptable, favorable life. Be mindful of people who are closeted LGBTQ members. Be mindful of people who are closeted abusers. Be mindful of people who are closeted racists. Be mindful of all of these people, because it's all coming out. You see so many stories coming out on the surface about people who are doing things in the closet, hidden behind the scenes, and now they're being discovered. So the other people who are doing that are seeing those people get outed, and they're like, no, I don't want to get outed, so I'm going to hide behind this spiritual person to hide the fact that I am whatever they are. Okay? What's the message for the collective when it comes to this? 6 of Cups. 2 more cards. 2 of Cups. And the 10 of Pentacles. So someone is losing their protection. 6 of Cups going in reverse, 10 of Cups pretty much going, 10 of Pentacles going in reverse. Someone is losing their protection. They're losing their backing. They're losing their support. They are losing favor. Okay. This could also be someone who you just met that you haven't known for very long. Okay. 10 of Swords, 2 of Wands. Quick decisions. Quick decisions. Someone here is under attack. There's a person in your energy who's under attack. And they've lost their protection. They've lost their security. They've lost their shield. And there's a lack of stability in their life. They're vulnerable. And I feel like they're communicating with you because they want to work together. They want to collaborate. They want to unite forces. And whatever this is, it ended very abruptly, and someone is being forced to make a really difficult decision. What's the 6 of Cups? 3 of Swords. What's the 6 of Cups? What else? Judgment. Someone is being called out as a liar. I also feel like someone wants to fix a situation or heal a situation because they've been called out. They've been exposed as a liar or as someone who's deceitful. So they're going to start to get aggressive. If there's anyone in your life who's been attacking you behind the scenes or doing things with negative intentions towards you behind the scenes, they're going to be discovered. This is a part of their strategy or a contingency to their strategy, to where if they are discovered, they're going to pop off and start being hostile. Or this is just how this person thinks. Take it how it resonates. But someone's been called out or discovered for lying, or causing some type of pain. King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Scorpio energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Whatever someone was able to benefit from in the past, I don't want to say it's dying, but that's what it feels like. Or you're finding out that someone purposefully was attempting to dead your dreams or something, kill your dreams, make you feel like something was impossible. What's the Two of Cups? What's the Two of Cups? Eight of Wands. One more card. Two of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Cups. High Priestess, Pisces energy. I'm also getting Scorpio as well. Anyway, you may be in some type of negotiations with someone, and they may not be going well. Not saying that it's not going well for you or the other person. It just feels like you're in negotiations with a person, and there doesn't seem to be any compromise. There doesn't seem to be any settlement. It doesn't seem like the issue is going to be resolved quickly. It feels like whatever this is going to take a long time to be resolved. But I feel like you guys are ready to be released from this situation. And I feel like Spirit may be opening up a solution to this conflict that could be going on that you may not see right now, but that's going to become available to you in the future. I feel like you guys are receiving intuitive communication that lets you know that someone is trying to backstab you or betray you. There could have been conversations going on behind the scenes where someone is refusing to settle or someone is refusing to budge in a situation or compromise in a situation. And you may be sensing that these conversations are going on even if you're not privy to them or if you're not being included in the conversation. Okay? I feel like you guys just want to move forward from something. You don't want to keep going back and forth with a person. I feel like you want to just completely, again, cleanse, rid yourself, detox it, purify your energy, move on from the situation. You may be getting a call or receiving communication that's not very favorable, and it could be a little bit shocking, but I want you to remember Spirit is kind of saying that this is not the end of the situation, or this is not the end of the road. Whatever communication or conversations that you could be having that appear negative, there's something going on underneath the surface that will come out. Try to look at it from a higher perspective, because when you receive this communication, or when you have this conversation, or you get this call, you're going to be so close to the situation. You're going to feel so close to the situation that it's going to kind of blind you or distract you from the bigger picture. And Spirit wants you to try to get a higher vantage point. Maybe that's contacting someone for help, or reaching out to someone who's more educated in this topic than you may be. But whatever it is that you have to do, they want you to try to get a higher perspective. What's the Ten of Pentacles reversed? King of Pentacles in the Hierophant. Taurus, masculine. This could be divorce. Somebody could be losing custody of their children, or finding out that something happened to children. I feel like somebody could be observing your situation and waiting for you to drop the ball, but your intuition is keeping you ahead of the game. And that could cause somebody else, or whoever's opposing you in this situation, to kind of drop the ball. Nine of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Something happens over and over again. Something is very consistent or regular. This always happens over and over again. I feel like someone is constantly trying to break down your boundaries, target your finances, make you broke, put you in a position where you are not necessarily doing well. Queen and King of Pentacles. This could be a divorce. This could be custody. This could be alimony, child support. It could be a situation with your job, your boss, where you're always getting the short end of the stick, or you're always kind of being drained and exhausted and abused and blamed for situations, to keep you in a state of insecurity, instability, to keep you in a state of juggling, never having any peace. Someone is willing to drag this situation out as long as they have to get what it is that they want. So if that's the case, and they're drawing you in through this fight, it could be a legal battle, it could be a battle of wits, whatever it is, they're trying to draw you into this fight by doing things behind the scenes to, I feel like, get you to react or respond, because they want an excuse to be hostile up front. They want an excuse to take whatever they're doing behind the scenes to the forefront, right? So if someone's constantly bullying you at school as a teenager, and they're like picking at you and poking the bear, they're doing that on purpose so that you will be the one to swing first. But Spirit is saying don't fall for that, because the more you're drawn into this fight, the more you invest time, energy, money, effort into whatever this is, the more you're going to lose. When you detach, when you allow the chips to fall where they may, when you listen to Spirit, communicate with your higher self, use your intuition to move forward and see that the end may just be the beginning, you will have a breakthrough and be able to see the situation from a higher perspective. So for example, if you work with a crooked boss, or a company that's crooked and doesn't care about their employees, you're being asked to not keep the shaky foundation of this tower up. You're being asked to take your hands off of the situation and let the chips fall where they may. Because at the end of the day, even if you fight a legal battle or if you try to fight something ethically, you're still pouring energy into this person's strategy. You're still pouring energy into what they're doing to plot on you behind the scenes. So the more you wipe your hands of it, the more you clean yourself of it, the more you pray about it and give it to God and allow the door of spirit to bring in what it is that you desire or what will resolve the situation, the less energy and effort and time you will feed into it, which will result in the less exhaustion that you will feel from the situation. Because it doesn't matter. It's like this person either wants you to be caught up in this and tied up in this, draining yourself, draining your energy, or they want you to get fed up of draining your energy and pop off, crash out. And spirit is saying, hey, there's more than those two options. We're giving you another option. We're giving you a third option of just simply walking away. You don't have to crash out and you don't have to keep fighting. You can just take your hands off of the situation. Okay? That's what they want you to know. What is the collective's energy when it comes to this message? Yeah. You really want to get your point across. You really want to speak out, speak up. You're trying to kind of like force someone to listen to you. Yeah, but you don't have to do that. You could be a Gemini with this Lover's card and this Magician. But you're being drawn towards a conclusion or a choice or some type of information. I feel like you're either dealing with a Gemini or you are a Gemini. Some of you could have Aries or Scorpio in your chart. You have a choice in front of you that you have to make. Somebody could be communicating with you in a manipulative way or being very, manipulative with their communication. Same difference. I feel like you are attempting to reinforce yourself. I don't know what that means. You're trying to reinforce yourself. You're trying to hold on. You're trying not to give up. You are trying to see the situation from a different perspective. And I feel like you're also trying to have patience. But right now, it's like you're upset with someone's behavior, rightfully so. What's the Knight of Swords for the collective's energy? 5 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're not communicating back and forth with someone because all they want to do is argue and fight and have conflicts and draw you into conflicts and fights. I feel like you're using your spiritual practices to learn what it is that you need to do and say that will benefit you in the long run of this situation. But somebody definitely want to fight with you. And if you are not responding or reacting, if this reading is a confirmation by me telling you that there's a third option, and instead of crashing out, instead of continuing to fight, you just take your hands off of it. If that's confirming what you've already felt like you need to do spiritually, then this is like a person who is going to react or respond to your silence in a very hostile way to try to cause conflict. And spirit is opening up a door for you to walk through that you didn't know existed. It's like a door that just magically appears, an option that magically appears, something that you didn't actually think was possible, but you could see how source, God, spirit, whoever you pray to could create this third option. It's going to appear because your spirit team is collaborating with you to help you make good decisions, but they need you to remember that all hope is not lost. Okay. Yeah. 10 of Swords. That's exactly what I'm saying. All hope is not lost. It looks like it is. You may believe it is, but it's not. And you're going to start seeing signs, maybe even through dreams. Okay. You may have even had a premonition or a bad dream about how something was going to go down. And I feel like you're trying to figure out what you need to do about it. This definitely feels like someone who is falling from grace. Someone who's been doing something in the closet, and whether they come out of the closet willingly or not, whatever they've been doing is about to come out of the closet. I feel like someone was treated unfairly, or there was some type of injustice when it comes to a situation abruptly coming to an end, someone passing away, someone dying, someone being unalived. There's some type of message or confirmation or evidence that shows that someone's death like had some type of foul play connected to it, or that someone's Fool card, or that someone being like terminated, fired, let go, laid off from a job. There was some type of foul play. And I feel like you guys are kind of choosing to speak up on that when it comes to what someone is doing to be manipulative behind the scenes, financially, especially, and also like energetically. What's the energy around the collective when it comes to this message? What is the energy around the collective? Y'all be sure to like the video, you guys. 6 of Swords. Yeah. Somebody's trying to run away from accountability or responsibility. They're trying to leave you holding the bag. They're trying to leave you to deal with the situation that they created. And they want to run away. They could also be seeing you get away, because I also feel this vibe where some of you are dealing with a situation where you're secretly escaping something, or you're secretly trying to back out of something, get out of something, move out of a situation or away from something negative, and somebody is now going to try to chase you. So, okay. Yeah, Knight of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Right? So you're going to have to place your situation. I can't walk and hold your hand through this. I can't coddle you through this. But what I am saying is that someone around you is taking action to try to get away, or they're taking action to try to chase you if you're getting away. Okay? I feel like someone is hiding money here, or they're hiding finances, resources, products, land. They're hiding something tangible. Some type of resource is being hidden. And they're saying that they only have 3, but they're actually having 6 behind their back. Somebody could be searching for a home or planning on moving. And I feel like they've been saving money behind the scenes to move. What's the 6 of Swords? Hermit. One more card for the 6 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, there's an investigation or a search going on for someone who's on the run or trying to get away. Or someone is trying to figure out where someone is going. Someone could be traveling at night. Queen of Wands. 3 of Pentacles. This could be someone who lost their job. They're trying to find work. Or you could know that you might be about to get laid off and you're trying to find something before you get laid off and not let your bosses know about it. This could even be you preparing to start a business, saving up money. It just feels like the energy around you is of someone who either feels like they're losing you and that you're hiding something that they still want to have access to, or the energy around you is of a person who is trying to hide something from you or someone else because I feel like they want to transition to the next stage of whatever they're trying to do. I just feel like whatever's been going on behind the scenes is about to come out to the surface to be visible for everyone to see. I also feel like if you meet someone or someone comes back into your life and all of a sudden they need to talk to you so urgently, and they, or they want to rush into a business partnership, a relationship, combining assets, moving in, things like that. Be mindful of that. Even if it's like when it comes to finding a job. Like if you're searching for a job and you need a job, somebody wants to hire you on the spot, right? But then they want you to start working and you ain't signed no paperwork. Or they want you to start working and then the first time you're supposed to get paid, you don't get paid. And you're like, okay, where's my check? They're not they don't want to pay you, or they're not planning on paying you. Or if you're moving in with them, they may not have the money to pay rent, things like that. It just feels like that's the type of situation that's going on. Scorpio energy is out here, Taurus with the Hierophant, and possibly Libra, Virgo as well. We also saw Gemini, maybe even Aries, okay? Possibly Aquarius. Any further clarification for this message? Parents in reverse. So this could be someone who doesn't have children, or this could be your child for some of you guys. Parents in reverse. Bad habits. This could be irresponsible parents as well. Someone doesn't want the Someone doesn't want the responsibility possibly of being a parent. You may be a single parent. And someone could be trying to run away from their responsibilities. And there's somebody searching for them. I feel like you're about to receive communication about something legal that's been going on behind the scenes that you weren't aware of or that you weren't told about. What else? Challenges in reverse. Feeling overwhelmed, being needy and holding on, taking it one day at a time. I feel like someone just doesn't want to deal with the issues surrounding their responsibilities. They're giving me this symbolism of parenting, but it kind of feels like this could be anybody who has been hiding because they don't want to take care of their responsibilities. Cutting ties. There's no going back. Better off alone. Make a clean break. Sneaky. Going behind your back, telling lies about you having secret affairs. See what I'm saying? So I feel like because someone has a bad habit of being irresponsible. They just want to always have the easy way, or they want to put all the burdens and responsibilities on you. And it doesn't matter who it is. This could be your parent and you're the child. This could be your co-parent, ex-husband, ex-wife, baby mama, baby daddy, husband, wife, weaponized incompetence. This could be someone who is a poor leader at your job. They're a manager, but they don't do anything. They just sit around and let all the employees do whatever, needs to be done. They want to be free of these responsibilities. And I feel like a lot of you are being challenged to cut ties with anyone in your life who is secretly it's like behind the scenes, they're undermining you. Behind the scenes, they're undermining you and putting more on you than what you need, or creating more burdens for you than what you need. They're more of a problem than a solution. They're more of a liability than an asset. And I feel like they're trying to find sneaky ways to get out of their responsibilities by putting the blame on you, pointing the finger at you, or ruining your reputation in some way. One more card. In love. Yeah, if there was ever love in this situation, it's gone. Love don't live here no more. Stability. Needing a commitment, creating a safe space, focusing on home and family. And mistress. Yeah, I feel like because you don't love someone anymore, or you broke up with them, divorced them, or you quit a job, it's like someone wants to control your stability in a situation. They want to be the one who decides whether or not you're stable or not. Because ultimately that also helps them avoid responsibilities. It's like because somebody wants to be stable and they don't really care for you anymore, or they don't never care for you at all, they're going to try to put more blame and responsibility on you. And Spirit is saying, don't take that. Don't take the blame, or don't take responsibility for something that's not yours. Queen of Wands. Okay. Chariot. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Someone is coming towards you with an offer, or it's not as much as they owe you, or it's not really what you deserve, but they're going to try to offer it to you and get you to make a quick decision. And Spirit is saying, don't be insecure. Make the decision that's best for you. Hangman. You're realizing that someone betrayed you and that you should have a lot more than what you do, right? This could be your boss cutting you out on your check. Like there's money in your check that's missing. You should be earning more, or you should be getting more out of a situation. Somebody's skimming off the top. And I feel like you've been stuck for a long time, and you're starting to realize the reason why you're stuck is because someone is stabbing you in the back or betraying you, trying to basically undermine your stability and security, whether it's overt or covert, whether it's a personal connection or whether it's your employer. Someone has not been paying you what you're owed, or someone has not been doing their part, holding up their end of the bargain, and it's creating a dent in your stability. And because you've been stuck so long, it's like you're realizing there got to be something going on. It can't just be me, tripping. It's not just you tripping all the time. I feel like you're more than qualified. I feel like you should be making maybe even double, triple what you're making now. But someone is doing something. What is this 10 of Swords? 7 of Cups. Yeah. There's some type of illusion. There's some type of illusion going on. And it's about to be dispelled. The illusion is about to be dispelled about what's going on. So whoever's creating these illusions or trying to make you feel like you're tripping, you're crazy, you're being delusional, it's like, no, you're about to see through that. 9 of Cups, Sun card. Yep. It's happened too many times. Someone has lied to you too many times. Someone has betrayed you too many times. Someone has stabbed you in the back too many times. Spirit is trying to get you to see that they're lying to you again, or they are trying to make you vulnerable. Someone's desire is to be confusing, and they're very arrogant about it because they've been able to do it before, and it allows them to be free of guilt or obligation, liability in a situation. This could be a class action lawsuit. Handcuffs, chains, cuffing season, chains, fed up. I feel like you just want to detach from the whole situation. You don't want to be involved because it's about to get real aggressive, whatever this is. There could be a company that's going out of business. The owner of a company, owner, operator, CEO could be embezzling money. Something is going out of business. And whenever you speak up about it, you get attacked, right? You get attacked. So it's like they punish you for speaking up about it, but it's actually going on. It's like the police policing themselves, right? What's the parents reverse? Challenges reversed, in love reversed, temperance. Justice. Chariot. Interesting. Libra season, Sagittarius season, going into Cancer season of 2026 is going to be very interesting. There's a legal case going on. Definitely you could be involved in a class action lawsuit and you don't even know. Or maybe you're not aware. The universe, spirit, God, source, they're balancing something out. I feel like you're justified, or, you're justified if you decide to move on from a situation. I feel like spirit is trying to guide you towards a situation where you're less controlled, where you're not as tied down, where you have more freedom. One more card for the parents, challenges, and in love in reverse. Yeah, a chariot. High priestess. 4 of Wands. Yeah, something is being dealt with in court. I feel like a lot of you guys intuitively know that it's time to move on from something because you've already done it. You've already done all you can do. There's nothing else to do. You've accomplished your goals. You did the best that you can in the situation. Now it's time for you to move on to the next stage. Don't feel guilty about anything in this situation that you feel like maybe you didn't do enough, because you did. Spirit is going to remove you from something. It's like they're going to pluck you out of this, pick you up, and put you down somewhere where you're supposed to be. Where's the Temperance and the Chariot? Where? Okay. Where? Let me stop. So somebody might be trying to figure out where someone is. 6 of Swords, Hermit. I feel like somebody is trying to run or hide behind a fake account, a ghost, AI. Somebody's trying to hide behind something that's an illusion. What's the Chariot, Temperance, Page of Swords? Knight of Wands. 2 of Swords. Whatever you're searching for is going to find you. Whatever you're searching for is searching for you. Whether it's a person, a place, a thing, a job, whatever. Whatever you're searching for is also searching for you. And your spirit team wants you to know that. Let's get an angel answer. Take all of these messages with a grain of salt. Remember, I am not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, so please don't take this as medical advice. I don't know if this is resonating for you, but if it is, consider leaving a comment, letting me know, engaging with the reading. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. If you would like to book a personal reading, the link is below. I also am now offering a new service on my website where if you guys would like to have someone to talk to about your situations, if you want a pen pal, we now have premier pen pal services. Okay, Premier Pen Pal is a new plan where either you can book one pen pal session, which would be your initial email. You receive 1 to 2 replies about your situation. Your email can be as long as you want it to be, as long as it's able to send. And I will reply to you and just talk to you about your situation, give you any advice. It's not a tarot program. It's not me pulling tarot cards. It is me just talking to you about your situation, helping you speak through it, letting you vent, letting you get things off of your chest, having someone to talk to about things that you feel like you can't talk to anyone else about. That's what it is. And if you book an individual pen pal experience, you'll get 1 to 2 replies from me. But if you want to do a monthly membership, I know everybody's got memberships. It's exhausting. But this is a great value for that service. Because if you only book one session, it's $22.22. And you get 2 replies. Up to 2 replies, depending on the seriousness of your situation. But if you do the monthly membership, you get up to 11 replies per month. It's 11/11, and you get 11 days of a free trial. So if you want to check that out, it is on my website. Click the link below. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. I'm just offering you guys things that hopefully can help you with your situation. If you gain something positive from this reading, consider donating. We have a Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle if you want to support the channel further. I really appreciate all of you guys who are still here supporting, and any new people who are coming in. And just, continue to keep your head held high, okay? Oh, don't stop. Compromise popped out. Don't stop. One more card for advice for the collective. One more card. In the near future. Be assertive. Improving health. So the situation you're dealing with, the situation you are dealing with is improving in the near future. Spirit wants you to be assertive. If there's parts of this where you need to compromise and the compromise is actually valid, they want you to do that. If you feel like it's not, then don't stop. Don't get distracted by what someone's trying to offer you to compromise. Keep going. Excuse me. Especially if this is some type of legal matter or a situation where someone wants you to settle and you don't want to settle. The Two of Pentacles reversed and the Eight of Wands with the Two of Cups said that. There could be negotiations going on and someone could be offering a settlement. But I don't think that the settlement is actually comparable to whatever you went through or whatever was done to you. I don't think it was comparable. This could be someone who passed away because of like an organization, corporation, a company. There's a wrongful death lawsuit or something. And it's like they're going to offer you pennies on the dollar. So Spirit is saying, hey, if that's what you want, then that's fine. But you have to make the decision that's best for you. So if you want to compromise, I would say consider it carefully because it may not be what you're actually worth. I feel like someone's coming towards you to question you or to investigate something, inquire about something. They're going to ask you questions. They're trying to find information. They have information already that you don't know that they have. And they're going to try to come towards you to question you about it. Okay? Or they have information that you don't know that they have. And they're going to try to get their way, even if they already know they're at a disadvantage. So, for example, if they know something you don't know and they come towards you to ask you if you're going to settle, you may not know that they probably are aware that they're going to take a bigger loss than what you're aware of. And they may be trying to get you to settle so they don't take as big of a loss, right? Because if someone was found liable for negligence or wrongful termination or bad behavior, but you don't know that they could be found liable and you don't know the severity of the consequences for what they've done, then you may settle for something less than what you deserve. And if the compromise or the settlement is not fair or balanced, I feel like Spirit is telling you to continue to move forward with the progress that you've made and the fight that you are inherently fighting. Because I feel like you were woken up, kind of like John Wick. You didn't want to have to fight this battle. You didn't want to be brought into this argument. You didn't want to have to deal with this situation. You were just trying to have peace. And I feel like someone brought you into a situation or acted on some type of hostilities towards you, or you were kind of like unaware that you were being involved in something. So now it's kind of like someone was poking the bear and now the bear is awake. So what we gonna do? And I think now what Spirit is trying to get you to see is that you don't necessarily know what's coming in. You don't necessarily know what's coming towards you or who's coming towards you, but you can sense that there's something you need to be very aware of. That you can sense that there could be lies going on. You can sense that there's manipulation. Intuitively, you know that Spirit is changing something and the door is open. So I feel like they want you to have trust in that. Be faithful when it comes to situations that are happening, and go with your intuition. What's happening in the near future? Ooh. Yeah, some type of action being taken behind the scenes, I feel like is going to come out. 5 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I feel like also focusing on the goal in the near future and that being the only thing that's a priority is very important for you. I feel like Spirit wants you to protect yourself or block yourself out from the beggars, the people who are coming into your life, wanting you to, I don't know, take care of them. It's kind of like people knocking at your door, being manipulative, saying that they have something to offer, but they really don't. No matter what it is, don't settle for something that you don't feel right about. And that's just what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. If you want to check out some of the services that we offer, click the link to the website. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonated. Don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong, guys. And if you want to donate or contribute, it really helps the channel moving forward when it comes to whatever we need to do so that I can continue to bring you guys these messages. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and I will see you next time. Bye.